everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be a bit shallow and take a look at some of my beautiful books on my shelf. I already did this video some years back, so I will put the link to that part 1 down below, but since then I have acquired even more beautiful books, and sometimes it's nice to just look at the cover without really knowing anything about the content, and that's exactly what we're going to do today. I will share with you 1 or 2 lines about the books I'm going to show you in case you're wondering, but other than that, in today's video we are just going to admire the beautiful covers that I have lined up. The first book I have here in my hands is the book I also showed you in my thumbnail. That is obviously Idaho by Emily. This book is particularly gorgeous because of the colors, but also the design and the font of the title really appeals to my eyes. I think a lot of people will agree with me that this is absolutely stunning. It's definitely a gem on my shelves. It's nice to have, it's nice to look at, and it's just a beautiful book all in all. Now about the content, this one is pretty hard to talk about. I have read it, but it's one of those books in which the plot starts at the very beginning of the book. I have been told that in my previous talks about this book I have spoiled it for people, and I don't want to do that in this video. So all I can really tell you is that this is a family saga set in Idaho, and it's a very tense and suspenseful story which I truly adored. I gave this one 5 stars. Both the cover and the content of this book get 5 stars from me, so that's a win-win. The same goes for the next book, which is a 5-star book for me throughout. This is obviously The Mermaid and Mrs. Hancock by Imogen Hermes Gawar. I'm pretty sure you've seen this around. It's a pretty recent release. It's been hyped a lot, and there is a reason for that. But today let's just focus on the beautiful cover. I mean, this is stunning. I don't really think it comes across on camera, but it is absolutely beautiful in person. It's got these golden stones on the cover. It's got this beautiful design, and then the spine is just to die for. So this is a book about a mermaid. It's set in the 1800s. It's about Mr. Hancock and Angelica. One works with ships and deals and selling things, and the other one is a whore. They don't know each other, but during this story and through this mermaid they get to know each other, and their story flows from there. The next book is one I haven't read yet, but I own it and I love it. This is The Immortalists by Chloe Benjamin. Once again, it's one of those books that I don't think is as beautiful on camera, but it's also got these beautiful glittering stones on the cover. I'm not sure you call them stones, but I hope you know what I mean. The tree, the colors, the font of the title, everything appeals to me. As I said, I haven't read this one yet, and I don't really want to get into a synopsis without having read it, so I will get back to you when it comes to the content of the story. For now, let's just enjoy this gorgeous cover, and that is enough for me, for now at least. If I look all sweaty, that's because it's pretty hot here in Denmark, which I keep mentioning in my videos, but it keeps surprising me to wake up every single day to a blue sky and a beautiful day. The next book is different when it comes to its beauty. Let me just show it to you. This is The Female Persuasion by Meg Wolitzer. It's not maybe a beautiful book to everyone, but what I personally really love about it is the colors and the structures and just the bang of the title and the author. It also looks really nice on the shelves, I have to give it that. This book is about feminism. It's about a college student called Greer who meets feminist Faith Frank, who comes with the most amazing name I've ever heard. Their stories entwine and their destinies continue together. It's also kind of a coming-of-age story when it comes to Greer and her growing up and becoming her own independent woman. Next we have here a historical fiction. This is The Wicked Cometh by Laura Garlin. I haven't read this one, so I'm not going to go too much into the synopsis, but as I said, it's historical fiction, and I believe this one comes with witches, which sounds good to me. This one in particular has a beautiful spine, and then the gold, rose gold color of the cover and the font is so beautiful to me that it's definitely one of the gems on my shelves. I have now in my hands a beautiful, beautiful book, which a lot of you might have already read. I am talking about the first book in the Harry Potter series, obviously by J.K. Rowling. This is the Scholastic edition, and it comes in a set of all 7 books, obviously. The spines, when they are gathered, form Hogwarts, and that looks absolutely stunning on the shelves. But in particular, this book is my favorite when it comes to the cover. Obviously, this is Hogsmeade, and we get to see Harry and Hedwig and Hagrid, all the characters starting with an H. And it's just a beautiful ambience that we get from this cover. This screams hygge to me. It's cold, but it's also warm. It's beautiful. It's so nice, and I really, really want to be here. So this cover is absolutely stunning, if you ask me. I don't think I need to tell you what this book is about, so let's just continue. Then I have a horror book, and that is Misery by Stephen King. This one comes in a paperback, but with a gorgeous cover with a typewriter in the snow. It fits perfectly with the story because this is obviously about a writer who encounters a very crazy lunatic woman, and he encounters her in the snow, in the wilderness. So she's the only person to help him when he finds himself in a car accident. This woman I'm talking about is absolutely insane. Her name is Annie Wilkes. You might have already seen the movie or read the book. If you have, I think you will agree with me that she's pretty insane. This cover is a contrast to her, I think, because to me this cover seems calm, nothing like Annie Wilkes, but believe me, once you get into the story, you will be so terrified, and I just think this is one of the better stories that Stephen King has written. I'm also having a bad hair day today, so excuse me. This is more of a summary book, both when it comes to the cover and the content. So this one is Somerset by Leela Meacham, which also comes with a beautiful cover. This is also a family saga, and it's set in America in the 1800s. It's a story of generations, and it's a story of love and romance and heartbreak. It's definitely an entertaining read if you don't take it too seriously. That's all I'm going to say. But for now, let's just enjoy and admire this stunning cover that I am absolutely thrilled to have on my shelves. Next novel is another one of those that I haven't read yet, and that is The Toymakers by Robert Dinsdale. Now, this is absolutely perfection. When I saw the cover, I knew I had to get the book. I did read the synopsis of it first though, I promise, because I don't like to buy books purely based on the cover, but I was pretty easily won over when I heard that this is about some kind of a toy story and some magical toys and a boy, I think, who starts working in this toy store. This cover is just once again perfection to me. It's elegant, it's stylish, and it's a cover that drags me to it and makes me want to read the story and be enchanted in this magical setting. The spine though is not that special, but I might display it on my shelves like this just to be able to look at the cover. Now, I'm sure you've seen this cover around. This is The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. This is a retelling of Russian folklore, and it's a beautiful story about a little girl and her family and the journey that they go on. Well, I don't think I've heard anyone tell me yet that they don't like this cover. I'm pretty sure a lot of people in the world have bought this book because of the cover. The beautiful details that correspond with the story, the animals, the Russian girl and the village, and also we have the symbolism of the journey that the family goes on. This is just really, really gorgeous, and it's also a book I would recommend, although I will say it's not one of my favorites, but don't let that stop you from buying it and reading it. I also managed to find a non-fiction book from my shelves, which is pretty new in my collection and which has got one of my absolute favorite covers in the world. I'm talking about The Diary of a Bookseller by Sean Bythell. First of all, let's just take a moment to enjoy this beautiful, beautiful cover. A bookstore, it's in the night, it's raining or it's snowing. It looks so warm and cozy inside. People are reading, looking for books, relaxing. And then we have the bookseller who is standing in the doorway waiting for customers. This is actually, as it says in the title, the diary of a bookseller. It's not that cozy of a book actually. It's more of a pessimistic view on what it really means to be a bookseller and how hard that job can be in our world today, with all the competition and the pretty stupid customers that are sometimes coming around. But it's hilarious to read, and in the end I do find the tone to be endearing, even though you have to get used to it to begin with. This is another one of those books that I gave 5 stars to, and I would definitely give the cover 5 stars as well if I had to. Which leads me to the very last book, which has such a gorgeous shiny cover, so that when I show it on camera my lighting always goes really bad. But let me show it to you anyway, and then I hope you can deal with the bad lighting. I'm talking about Cersei by Madeline Miller, a recently acquired book of mine that I have read and loved. This is a retelling of Greek mythology, and it's based on the god of the sun, Helios, if that's how you pronounce it, which very much corresponds with this shiny yellow cover. It's so gorgeous. I don't know if it comes across on camera, but it's just a nice beautiful color, a nice beautiful shine. The spine actually has some dots in the title which are embossed, and it's just one of my most beautiful books in my collection now. I love it to pieces, and it's definitely a book I recommend if you have any interest in Greek mythology. And now I'm done with all that eye candy. I hope you got something out of this video, and also I hope that I gave you kind of an idea as to what these books are actually about, so that if you feel like they sound interesting to you, then there is no excuse to not buy them, because they look absolutely stunning in person. And who wouldn't want a stunning book, both on the outside as well as on the inside? I am super sweaty right now, so this is the perfect time to end this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and until my next video, which will be up tomorrow, have a great day and happy reading.